Alright guys, it's time that we do the video where I rank these books that I got. I got these books for free, randomly, I don't know. But we're gonna rate them now. I received 6 books in the mail. I don't know who sent them, but they were free, so the books that I got are, I got Close to Death by Anthony Horowitz, is I think how you say that. We got this one, The Convenience Store by the Sea. Although I wish they didn't do the square thing on these. I wish they would have just like kept them in their little rectangle shapes. I don't remember who this one was by. Let me see. This one was by. I'm gonna butcher these names because I'm not good at names. Sonoko Makita. The Kamala of Food Detectives and the Lost Recipe, the Restaurant of Lost Recipes, are both by Hisashi Kashiwai. I am not saying these names right. I am so sorry. We've got The Full Moon Coffee Shop by Mai Mochizuzi. I think is how you pronounce that. Probably not, but I believe those are all of the books. 6 books. I read all 6 books. And now we're gonna rate them. So our tier lists are, at the bottom we have I'm not the right audience for the book, or I had difficulty finishing the book. I did finish all the books. Some were more difficult. Above that one we have kind of just neutral feelings. Like, like, didn't dislike it, didn't, like, just kind of, like, I read it. Above that one, we have, I liked it, and I recommend it. I would recommend this book. Above that one, I loved it and recommend it. I might read more by the author. And above that one, we have, I loved it, recommend it, and can't wait to read more by the author / like couldn't put the book down. You know what I mean? Like, just, yeah. And the top 2 are probably both ones that maybe I might have had like a bunch of bookmarks in, or, you know. So first we're gonna put this one right here. Oh my gosh, I absolutely loved this Convenience Store by the Sea. I had such difficulty putting the book down. I would love to read more by this author. It was, I think, probably, out of all the books I received, I want to say this one was my most favorite. Like, it was so good, and it was just so cute, and it's like a very slice of life book. It was like, it's just like all the people that kind of interact with this convenience store chain at this one specific location for the most part, and it's just like all the lives of the people that interact with it. And then there's this one character in the book where he's very charming. Hey, what's up, Ophig? He's very charming, and he has like, I don't know, like, people are just very attracted to him, and it causes like kind of chaos. He's like the manager of this place. It causes chaos for all the people that work there, and it's like a big, and it's a big like part of the book. Like, people who don't know, they come and they think like, is like he some kind of idol? Are they filming? Like, what is happening? What are these massive mobs of people? Like, what is happening? So it was so good. If you like slice of life with just kind of, I don't remember there being too many sad vibes. There are a couple things that could be potentially triggering for some, but for the most part, very little triggers. Just a nice just little escape, cute book. I would say like 14 and up maybe for this book. I would say this is a teen plus book. The next book I'm gonna rate is this one. It's called Close to Death. Oh, the other cute thing about this book, this book, this book, this book, this book, they're all, I believe, Japan. I want to say one might be Korea, but I believe they're all Japan, and you get kind of like glimpses of like kind of everyday Japan life. There could be another. One of them might be not Japan, but I can't remember. Close to Death is UK. This one, I had tabs on this one. I will probably read more by this guy. Close to Death is, and I never heard of this before. Close to Death is metafiction. I don't know if that's a spoiler. I don't think it is. Close to Death is what's called metafiction. I didn't even know metafiction was a thing. And it's where like the author inserts themselves into the book, like they're interacting with their characters of the book as if it's real life, though it's not. So that one like really confused me because like at a certain point in the book I was just like, wait, is this a true crime? Gosh dang it, did I get like, because I don't like reading true crime. I like fictional quirky UK detectives. So it's kind of like if someone knew me, I could see why they would recommend these books to me, right? And only one of them, spoiler, is rated kind of low for me. I loved this book. I had like all these little I bought these like, they're like sticky notes, but they're like highlighter sticky notes, bro. I had sticky notes and all, and like a notebook alongside this book. Like I was like trying to like, oh, that's gonna be important. I was like trying to solve this crime like with the book. Like I was so invested in this book. Like they had me like mad invested, which like kind of takes a lot for me to be like that invested in a book, because it's just not my style. I had like my notes. My kid came down, my teenager came down and saw me with this book and was just cracking, was like kind of laughed, like, a little bit cracking up a little bit, because they're like, you are so invested in that book, Mom. I'm like, man, I'm gonna figure this one out. I didn't. I mean, I kind of did, and then I got convinced that it was a not the person that I originally thought, but it wasn't the reason why. There's a couple of things that I figured out in the book. I don't want to give any spoilers, but there was a couple of things I did figure out kind of early on. And there's a couple of things I figured out like a little bit later on, but I figured out a lot of stuff before the book like told you. But there were a few times when I got red herringed, like, because it's a murder mystery book. So I would recommend this 16 plus because it does deal with some darker themes. 16 plus on Close to Death. It was really good. I will probably look up books by this author and do more by this author if this person has more. It was really good. Like I typically prefer like audiobooks, but this one was nice in a physical book form because you could like because of all the notes and stuff like I was doing. So this one, I loved it, recommend it, can't wait to read more, loved it, recommend it, can't wait to read more. I read this book because it was longer. I think it took me 2 days. I read this book like the first day I got it, I believe. I think I like couldn't put it, I finished it. Some of these books, depending on your reading level, will be higher. Okay, so the Kamaga Food Detectives. I think this one was first. This one is, I would say, I would put it here. I would put both of these ones here. I really liked it. I finished them within a day or so. This one was better. The first one was better. This one's cute. The trigger warning is that it deals with a lot of love and loss in these ones, and it's a lot about grief and moving on. But they were really cute. So each recipe is kind of like a person, and the books are about like this little restaurant. They have like this one line ad in a magazine, and it's like they don't look like a restaurant. A big plot point is about people frustrated at how hard it is to find the place, and then the restaurant kind of does things differently, and then all of them, they're kind of about like a person. There's like a recipe from their past. Typically, they vaguely remember it, and then they kind of like bring it back to life, and the process of them finding this recipe or whatever and them eating it again helps them like remember or move on from like whatever it is. Sometimes it's loss, sometimes it's like just whatever, for whatever reason. Yeah, it was good. It was good, it was super cute. Yeah. I would recommend them. I think they're really good. I would say these ones are, I would say middle school plus on these ones. I would say reading wise, like a fifth or sixth grader could probably read them, but I would say due to like some of the themes within the book, I would say at least middle school level. If you were gonna like get them for yourself or your kid, I would say at least middle school. Trigger warning is it does deal with a lot of like grief. There's grief in there. I got emotional a couple times with it, but not too bad. This one. This one, I would put in this one because I read it within one day, but I'm going to put it in this one. Like, I might look up more books by this author. I don't know that I definitely would. These ones, I am, like, I can't wait for them. I'm going to probably look at more of these books. This one is, maybe later. This one is a massive trigger warning. This one, the Chibi Neko Kitchen, I can't even read it anymore. I was bawling pretty much the entire book. This book is so sad. It's so good. It's so sad. Oh, it's right here. The Curious Kitten at the Chibi Neko Kitchen. Like, I don't know if I would get more books by them just because I don't tend to like sad books. But I really, really enjoyed the book. I couldn't put it down. Okay, this was like I can't put it down type of a book. But it's so sad. For that reason, I would recommend it being middle school plus. Just massive trigger warning. It deals with like grief in like an intense way. Like the book is all about grief and moving on. Like that's basically what this book is. And I don't believe that's a spoiler alert because on the back of the book it says, in a remote seaside town outside of Tokyo, Kotoko, I am not pronouncing this right, I apologize for that, makes her way along a seashell path lured by whispers of an enigmatic restaurant whose kagazin, or traditional meals offered in remembrance of loved ones, promise a reunion with the departed. When a gust of wind lifts off her hat, she sees running after a young man who looks like her recently deceased brother. But it's not her brother, it's Kai, the restaurant's young chef, who returns her hat and brings her to the tiny establishment, where he introduces her to Chibi, the resident kitten, and serves her steaming bowls of simmered fish, rice, and miso soup, the exact meal her brother used to cook for her. As she takes her first delicious bite, the gulls outside fall silent, the air grows hazy, and Kotoko begins to magically journey of last chances and new beginnings. It's an incredibly sad book. I cannot tell you how sad this book is enough. Like, it was very sad. I was bawling the whole time, but it is very, very good. And you get to like hear about like different things. And then I believe this was the book. It follows a couple different people, and then at the end at the end of like each of the sections, you get kind of like a loose recipe for like the meal that they're talking about. So it's like a lot about like mostly traditional Japanese cuisine. I like blended words. This one is on the bottom for me. The Full Moon Coffee Shop. I had such a hard time finishing this book. I am just not the audience for this book. The audience I would say this book is for are people who like books like Kiki's Delivery Service, Little Nemo. Like if you're kind of like I forgot that the person anyways, like that kind of person. He's got like a lot of animes and stuff. It kind of has like that vibe. It's got like an Alice in Wonderland ish type of vibe. Kinda, not exactly, but kinda. Um, and then if you're like really into astrology, oh my gosh, if astrology, like super duper astrology, like you live for astrology, like oh my gosh, this is probably the book for you. And then if you also just like really like Japanese culture things, this is for you. I liked the Japanese culture parts of the book. Those parts, like the part that wasn't the non astrology parts of this book, I actually enjoyed, and like I did like kind of like the whimsical, magical like cats and their little whimsical dishes and stuff. Those were that was fine. The part where this book lost me and I just had to like drudge through it for me personally was this the pounding and the smashing you over the head with astrology solves everything and this is why you should follow astrology and blah 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 and this is like the super duper inner depths of astrology and your like 6th and 12th houses and stuff. Like if that's your jam, you will like this book. It's not my jam. And that's kind of where the book lost me. Um, it was like it's kind of like and I feel like the author even says it like in the end of the book. It's like it felt like two different books trying to be forced together. Is what it felt like. It felt like if they took like one if they took like the astrology part out of the book, like it would have been like I feel like a better book. But it's like this person really wanted to write about this stuff, but then also really wanted to write astrology, and for me, it didn't like seem together well. For me, but it might not feel like that for you. It might not feel like that for you. Like if this is like your jam, like you might really love it. It basically follows a group of people uh, who are having various struggles in their life. It's like I don't want to give spoilers. And then they kind of run into this like coffee shop that only is around on the full moon, and they, um, yeah, that's kind of and like it's like kind of cute and whimsical. Um, the coffee shop seems very like astrology stuff, and then like somehow the stuff that happens at this helps them solve their problems. Um, the ending was cute though. It had a really cute ending. I did get a little bit emotional at the end of the book. It was kind of it did have a cute ending. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say about the book. Oh, trigger warnings. There are a lot of trigger warnings I would say in this book. Also, it looks cute and whimsical on the outside. I do not recommend this book for children. I don't even know if I would recommend this book for like middle school. I would say this is definitely a high school up book because of some of the themes that happen in this book. I would say probably 16, 17 up would be what I would put on it. Whether that's what other people would put on it, I don't know. Some of the themes in this book are kind of there's some grown uppy type themes in this book, for lack of better terms. It doesn't go into super duper detail, um, but yeah, I would recommend it to older audience, an older audience who likes astrology a lot and likes Japanese culture and likes kind of whimsically lands. Like, so yeah, those were the books that I got for free. That's how I would rate them. I don't even know why I put these here. I guess in case someone else wanted to rate books that they've got in the future, I suppose. But yeah, I really, really liked all of these ones, especially these two. Um, I would actually love an entire series of books about like these convenience stores and stuff. Honestly, it was just so cute. There was a couple sadish moments and some triggery warnings in this book, but for the most part, it was just like it was mostly just a light read. There is there is a little bit of bullying, I want to say, that happens in one part of the book. Like one of the chapters is about a character that does go through bullying. I don't think that's too big of a spoiler. Uh, so that if that's triggering for you, you might want to be aware of that. I don't think anything else would be super triggering for anybody. There was just that one chapter, I believe. I can't think of anything else. It was a cute, cute book. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Like, I feel like this book, if it hasn't gotten like a Pulitzer or one of those like big reading award type things, I think it should have a reading award. This one right here, this Convenience Store by the Sea, I think it should have like one of them fancy award things on it. Like, that's how much I love that book. Um, I'm not a big read again person though, so I don't know that I would read it a second time, but I would read other books like by it. But I really did like it. Honestly, I want this to become an anime. Like I want them to make this into an anime, and I would probably watch the anime more than once. Um, and this one right here would make such a good like movie or like episode of a TV program of some sort. I kind of would love for this person's books to be like a TV show. I would watch those. This would be a cute anime too. This Kamago Hufu. This could make a cute anime. This would make a real. This would also make a good anime, but it would be like sad. I don't know. The person that did that Kiki delivery service and like the Little Nemo and like that one, I forget the animation studio. They wouldn't. This would be good for like their studio that does that type of stuff. I think this would fit in well with like their kind of themes and stuff. Anyways, that's the list. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to do something kind for someone today. We will see you guys next time.